Uh, okay, so I believe we are on the roof. The last thing I remember happening, Sora getting mad and uh, leaving the roof, saying that he refuses to be the next victim.
Right. Yes.
Uh, so up to that point, what do you guys remember? I know it's been a minute,
So up to that point, it started
but
with
or specifically Megumi because you did a lot of investigating, but yeah,
That's what I'm trying to remember. Because it has been a while.
not write down any notes.
Maybe. I thought I did on the thing.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Oh, I don't see.
What the hell? Oh, or maybe there was another
Um,
notes.
there
3
is.
black feathers. No, that's something else.
Here,
Everyone's notes. Fucking kaleidoscope of horrors.
you guys didn't. You guys didn't have a chance to check out his room. You just found him.
yeah. Actually, I think we did go into his room to check and see if he was there before we went to the roof. But
Yeah, but it was closed, I think.
yeah, it was. We knocked on the door, no answers. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh no, the last thing, check Edge of Force, because Megumi needs to meet up with Vera.
Yep, that was
And
the
then
last
what?
thing.
And then what happened with that was some bullshit.
I'm sorry.
There was no tea and crumpets. And then God, you're such a dope. You're such a goddamn dope.
Oh yeah.
You lost all the stars though.
I lost all.
Or the
How
hearts.
many was there?
You had 3 hearts. Like I had a hard crush on you.
And okay.
Do you remember not carrying me in your arms?
Yes, I know. I remember everything about the game. I can't. It's hard to forget like those moments of the games.
Yeah.
But yeah. And there was no crumpets either.
There
Pissed
were
me
no
off.
tea and crumpets.
You
You
know,
had to.
just lies and betrayal of
Now,
trust.
technically, that was the game before.
That was the game
Okay,
before.
so what everyone saw was they saw the rock that had it more or less had this on it.
Yeah.
All of you saw that.
Oh yeah, we could have scrolled up a little bit.
Um,
Oh, I just went blank. What the hell?
yeah. So you saw that. Yeah. You wrote some notes in the chat, but
That's what it was.
but what you did find, I believe, is you saw that his wrists were really scratched up. There was his skin under his nails, so you knew that he's probably scratching his wrists. You saw blood on the rock and like big gashes in his hand, so you think he like started like trying to claw his arms off or something, pretty much. You found like a small little patch of hair, of his hair, to kind of indicate that he started pulling his hair out before he got over here. And the front of his tongue was bitten off. It didn't cause. That's not what caused him to die, though. Didn't help, but
No,
it
it
was
was like him struggling or some shit.
Yeah, it was the bleeding from the. and his teeth were like ground, or like his jaw was clenched very tight. That's kind of what you got. Do you kind of remember? Megumi?
Yeah,
Okay.
trying to think. No, I'm still here. Ugh,
What else happened?
trying to remember.
Anyone?
Uh,
Like what was going on before that?
So it started out in the morning.
Right.
We were all going downstairs,
Oh, right.
kind of figure out what we were gonna do. I think we were gonna just be like, okay, meet in the lobby, go get breakfast, kind of figure out what I want to do from there.
Right.
I think we did.
And this was the night after, or this was the day after Megumi and Lucilia and Yulat confronted
Yes.
each other, correct? Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
You
I
also,
confronted Megumi.
as a side thing, if you'll remember, Akiho and Isabella. Akiho had some concerns that Isabella might not have a very good home life.
yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, so I confronted the teachers about making sure she didn't go back to her original caretakers.
Right. Not exactly sure what happened is going on with that, but you know that, it sounds kind of fishy.
Yeah. I think I had assumed it was like a doctor experimenting on her or something.
Yeah, whatever you believe, you don't think it's good.
Yeah. But yeah, even
Uh,
if I was wrong, what she had said definitely led towards not good things. So I wanted to get her out of that and potentially see if nothing else could happen, if the teachers couldn't help, that at the very least, if my father could adopt her or something. But I'd have to talk to him about that too.
right. So, oh, I forgot what I was gonna say. But yeah, yeah, the morning after the big confrontation, I believe, Karu, you and Lucilia had a pretty stern talking to with each other too, how you were more or less like, this isn't cool. And she's like, well, I don't care.
Too bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the way she does things.
Yeah. It's like this is how it's gonna work. And we can't be nice all the time to get results.
Great
pretty much.
asshole detective, Lucilia. Bitch.
Yeah.
So
And I don't think technically Lucilia and Vera know about Max yet.
yeah, no, they
You're not.
they aware as far as you know.
Unless one of them did it.
So
Yeah, then they would definitely know.
So I guess we'll start where we were the last time. Do you remember if the teachers were on the roof?
I don't think so.
No, they were
Yeah,
not.
no.
I
The
would have
teachers
remembered that.
The teachers came up.
Oh, did they?
They
Okay,
We
I
did.
ended up
forgot that.
calling them up after that. Pretty sure.
Okay.
Huh.
At least Saffron was.
Okay.
Oh, right. I think just her, because
Yes.
her I don't mind as much as the other two morons.
Okay. So we'll start. where we more or less left off last time. Sora, Akiho has left
Isabella.
with Isabella. Um, did Lawrence come with you?
Lawrence warned us about what happened, so he actually would have. Like, I don't know if he stayed down there because he was too terrified, or if he came back.
Yeah, I don't remember if he went with Akiho
I think
and
he would.
Isabella.
Yeah, I think he would have went back down with Akiho and Isabella. I think he was just like, I don't want to be here. Please take me away.
Yeah.
I don't think he came down with us, but he came down soon after, I think.
Okay. Then we pick up right where we left off from what we can remember. I'll probably go back and watch the video and be like, oh, what the heck happened? Matches up, but will matter.
Yeah.
Continuity was that, I don't care. So it is Safra,
Oh,
Megumi,
excuse
um,
me.
Karu, of course, Max, in a way. And is that the only people that are up there right now? Yes. Yes. It is you 3.5, that are on the roof. Sora just stormed off and said, with his last words before he got into the elevator being, I refuse to be the next victim. And there you are on the roof with Max's body.
Used to be the next victim.
I will let you guys take here. Akiho, what were you going to do, Bella? You're leaving the roof. Where are you going? What are you doing?
I don't know what the original plan was. Let's say I would bring her down and are there coloring books anywhere?
No, not really.
No? Okay. I would just try to find some coloring utensils for her and try to keep her occupied with drawing. And yeah, try to just keep her occupied and hang out with her. I think I would probably also draw, but I'd be curious to see what she drew at the same time. Just because I wonder if any of her precog stuff is gonna come out during it.
Okay. Let's see.
So if I can find paper or utensils.
Well, yeah, you can find like pens and stuff, no problem. And paper as well. But what she seems to be drawing is she seems kind of preoccupied in her thoughts about what's going on with Max. Is he going to be okay? And so she's drawing a lot of like cats and stuff. She uh she looks like she kind of wants to like ask what's going on, but every time you ask, you're kind of like, don't worry about it kind of thing. So she seems a little, I guess, disgruntled. But she doesn't seem to be drawing anything like crazy, just like cats and birds and
Okay.
stuff.
Yeah, and that does sound right because yeah, whenever she would ask, I'd be like, "Oh, don't worry about it. Everything's gonna be all right." Uh, and then I would try to engage with what she's drawing. And did you see that somewhere? That's a cool bird or stuff like that.
It, she'll actually say, I uh I think when I was little, I used to have a yellow cat like this. I don't remember. It was when I
Wait,
lived with mommy and daddy.
a yellow cat? That's cool.
I don't
What would he like
remember.
to do?
I don't remember. Just
Okay.
remember that he was big and fluffy, like Garfield.
That sounds like a cool cat.
Uh, and and just says, I think she got burned with.
Okay. Told you it happened again.
Huh.
Okay. Going back to the roof. I think now that I'm remembering it right, I think Lawrence left to go get the other teacher. But we will go back to the roof. Megumi, Karu, it's I believe you two and Safra up there. Um, what are you doing? What's going through your head? Uh, Sora seems determined to do something.
Like
He seems kind of just done with the whole.
I'm kind of eyeballing him to see if he does anything like stupid and rash. At the
I
same
mean,
time, I know I can't like stop him because he's actually pretty fucking powerful.
Yeah, so Sora's already left the roof. Like he stormed off and he's not there anymore.
Uh,
stop.
I kind of look at the Yukaru about that, like kind of like my eyes open wide, and I kind of give a head nod. I was like, "Do we follow?" Like it's basically like, "Do we follow him?"
I mean, I can follow him if you want to stick here and wait for the teachers, or
Eh,
vice versa. Either
I'm
way,
trying. I'm trying to think because I wanna. As you say that, I kind of want to go with you because I don't know. You might need backup with Sora's crazy ass, but at the same time, that would leave this teacher alone,
But are
and I don't trust
are you
these
guys
bitches.
are you whispering to each other?
I don't think so.
No, it's
Okay,
like
so
eyeball, like body language shit. Cause you kind of like look over towards where he's going, and I'm just like, but then you see me look towards you, and then I look at the teacher, and I kind of frown face, which is like I don't want to leave this bitch alone with this. Maybe she'll cover up the incident. Just, I just tell her. I just like turn after that. I'm just go.
Okay.
I'm staying with
All
this
right.
teacher bitch. Teacher bitch.
All right. I'll. Am I able to tell where the elevator goes to?
not in particular.
So it doesn't have a.
if you do remember, the reason he stormed out was about his attitude
Mhm.
the last session. So
Yes.
Do something.
I just didn't know if the elevator had like a
no, it doesn't seem
door
to have
dial.
any.
No.
Just the NU. Oh,
Mhm.
it's not on right now. So
The
wherever
NU's
he
not
went,
on. And which floor does he stay on again?
um He stays on the 6th floor. The same floor that Leon stayed on.
Right. Okay. I should probably check there first then. So
Okay.
I'll take the elevator and go to the 6th floor.
Okay, well, when you get there, it's more or less how you remember it. It looks like just a generic, like a. The carpet is like fake grass, right? And it's got like pictures of different sports on the wall, right? So there's like someone hitting a baseball.
Ah,
So maybe
Yeah.
it would be good to talk to her. But if you need some time, then you take what time you need.
If I need time, I'm done with sitting around waiting
Well,
and wasting
I
time.
I get that you're trying to figure out how to approach this now. So, but I guess you can see if working with Lucilia would be good, or
Are
you
you
can,
working with her? Have you been helping her?
let's just say I haven't been fighting her. So, but no, I bore witness to the first encounter she had with Megumi. So, you could say I've witnessed her work. And it seemed to, I guess, be pretty effective. If not as, what's the term? Yeah. It's a method I'm not comfortable with, but it did have an effect on things. So, but maybe she'll show you. Who knows?
Okay, well, I appreciate it. But if you could, I would really like to be alone right now.
Of course. Sorry to bother you.
He
All
just
right.
gives you a nod and closes the door.
Yeah. Car will probably go back up to the roof.
Okay. In the meantime, um, Megumi, you're on the roof with Saphra.
mhm.
She's just, she's kind of taken Max and she's knelt beside like his body and she's just kind of like holding his head and just like frowning and just like muttering, "What did this happen?" Just like someone who would be
Yeah.
holding a dead child.
My arms are crossed. Just. Well, if you could figure it out, then it doesn't have to, does it? I say kind of a little bit with contempt. Well, a lot with contempt.
She looks up at you, like she looks in your eyes, and
Angry.
give me a soul. I
Sheep.
think that's. Yep, I think it. Yep, the soul.
10.
10? Oh, okay. 10's not bad. 10 is not bad at all. He looks up at you, and you see just like the small bubbling of a tear in her eye, but she blinks it away and she just looks at you and just says, "I don't understand why anyone would do this. You're just children."
So it kind of, I'm not getting to her. She's still in her like little pity party thing. So, what are you gonna do about it? Are you gonna figure it out? Are you gonna help us? Or are you just gonna let it keep happening to the rest of us?
She just shakes her head and she's uh, she just says, "Of course, whoever's doing this, we're going to find them and stop them." Seems so pointless.
Would it be better if there was a point to it?
Probably not. I guess it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't. Until the next one. And then the next one. I say, like, turning around, like, looking away from her, crossing my arms.
We'll we'll all work through this together. If there is someone doing this, then we'll stop them. We can't let this happen to someone else.
So then what's the plan, Chief? Still looking away. It's pretty words and ideologies aren't gonna stop it from happening. It hasn't yet.
What do you think we should do?
I'm not the adult here. I mean, you got one psycho bitch detective running around like casting illusions and mental torture, trying to solve the other one. Then you have Mr. Clenched Fist storms out of the room like Crusade Boy running around, and then you're looking at me, a teenage girl, to solve this problem for you. I don't have the life experience when it comes to dealing with murders or conspiracies like an adult would.
She just looks at you and she just kind of blinks and she says, "What is it exactly you think adults do? This isn't exactly normal for us either."
So, are we the first time you have all these like superpower kids here, or not? Haven't you done this before? Haven't you dealt with this before and had other classes that graduated, or are we your first? Because I
We,
don't think I was ever really clear on that.
we've never had uh, students or just drop off like this, just turning up dead. I mean, sure, we've had our problems and our, kids fighting and things like that, but no one's ever killed anyone. Yeah, we've
Well
we've
then,
dealt with some bad stuff in our time, Judas and Gustav and I, but never involved kids, and no one ever. There are bad people in the world, but just
well, what do you? Yeah, I'm turning around looking at her. I was like, what do you want from me? Do you want theories? Here's one. Maybe the island hungers for the souls of children, and just like plucks our lives so it could like feed itself. Or maybe it's not the island, but some kind of like Yeah, I stomped like my foot stressed, and I was like trying to think of the term Cthulhu, but I was like, but some like elder god thing that's doing it, or fuck, I don't know, like one of our shadow selves are doing it, or something, or maybe there's some kind of like something in our food that triggers the lizard brain to kill ourselves. I don't know where the hell to even start with this. And you're asking me what do you think we should do? I don't know, maybe we all should sleep in like we should sleep in the kitchen on cots and lock all the doors so the bad thing can't get us. Or if it does, we all fight it at once. I don't know. I'm just and I'm just using it as a cop out. I'm just a damn teenage girl.
At this point, she she just gets up and she starts walking towards you.
I have my hands at my side, but like balled, like shaky fists, but I'm not doing anything with them.
All right, you don't try to avoid her, you just let her walk
Nope.
up to you. Okay. You see her start to raise a hand up,
The audacity of this bitch.
and then you just feel her just
Did she
wrap
hit me?
both of her arms around you, and she holds you.
The audacity of this bitch, part two.
And she just hugs you.
Uh, how do I deal with this girliness? I've failed at at girl willpower, and I'm gonna just start sobbing because I don't have control of the situation at all.
She 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 just does the thing where she's like holding you against her like chest, and all all she says is just says, "I'm sorry."
I'm crying, like ugly snot crying, and like if I'm against her chest and there's snot like on her shirt now.
All right,
It's gr- it's
along with the dried blood, there's no.
yeah.
Um. Okay. It is around this time when Karu, you get up to the roof, and as you do, you see Safra holding Megumi. But you also hear some. You hear like steps coming up the stairs,
Oh.
just like sprinting.
It's worrying.
Uh, so I actually I come out of the elevator and I was about to say something, and then I see this. I'm just like kind of like I don't know, like kind of like head down slightly, just like, and then I hear you say I hear noises coming up from the stairs.
Yes.
Look down the stairs to see who might be coming.
You see Judas and Gustav will sprint up the stairs.
Why didn't they take the elevator?
Elevator goes to the roof. But yeah, they you see them running up the stairs. And they pretty much just they get up there and they just run right past you.
Yeah, I'm stepping out of their way if I can.
Yeah. that like if you would have just stood in their way, they likely just like ran through. They just run over, and they run over and they see Max, and they just stop in their tracks. And Judas actually uh, drops his staff that he always has in his hands, and he just falls to his knee.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for them to come up at this point.
Yeah, no, they're on the roof now.
No, they're up there.
Um, Gustav um, walks up to a tree and he actually punches the tree. And you hear him kind of scream like ah.
It's like Tweedledee and Tweedledum are here. I say like weekly.
Fucking harsh.
Like I'm trying to be like a dick about it, but it's kind of hard when ugly crying and like sobbing in between words. Like
Right. All right. Well, Karu, what do you do as Gustav starts walking over to the rock, or he goes over to Judas and he just grabs his shoulder and he whispers something in his ear, and you hear Judas just mutter, "Don't give me that." Stands up and he just starts walking away. And he walks past you. He does that thing where he stops and like gives you a side glance, which you know is of course strange because he's blind. But he doesn't say anything and he just walks down the stairs with his like head hung low and his shoulders slumped, and he didn't even pick up his staff, still laying on the ground. Um, and Gustav is just walking over to the rock with blood on it. What do you guys do?
Frank, I don't know what to do. I'm watching Megumi and Safra freaking crying. Freaking.
Well, Sappho isn't crying, but
no,
Well,
I'm
she's
crying enough for both of
hugging
us.
Megumi, and Megumi's crying.
all right.
Now,
Well,
French is here.
well,
Did
that
Lawrence come up with them?
say that again.
Did Lawrence come up with them? Okay.
Um, well, Sappho stops hugging you, Megan.
But why? I still need the hug. Like that's what my body is pretty much like giving. Like I'm still frozen
need
in
hug.
hugged stance for like a couple seconds.
Gustav looks over at Sappho, and at you, Megumi. He gives you a glance, and he kind of asks Sappho what happened. And she just kind of shakes her head. She goes over to him and uh, you don't. She goes over and starts whispering to him, and he just starts his frown just gets frownier and frownier on his now youthful face. The nice thick goatee. And long, luscious locks that he's yet to get around to cutting. And you just see him nodding over there. Karu, when he asks that, do you say anything? Or Megami, do you say anything? Yes. What happened? Or do we know what happened?
It may seem as though Max may have.
He killed himself. Look, it's apparent. No one else was here. And it's like he tried to fight it. That's what happened.
So do we
What?
do we know when he did this?
It'd have to have been this morning.
Because that we found them. It was like what was it I discovered with forensic? It was like early morning-ish, possibly.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
some
Like 3 a.m.-ish.
yeah,
Something like that.
something like that.
So I'll let that know. Early morning. Sometime before sunrise. Possibly 2 to
it was
4,
definitely
5 a.m.
Yeah, it was definitely before the sun came up. He nods. And he goes around looking, and he looks at the rock and he like curls his hand around his goatee and he says, "What does this mean? M did this inside?"
We
Uh,
have no idea.
I don't think it did, didn't it? He was here. Like I think something compelled him to come up here, and he did it. Because I didn't see any like blood trail or anything, right?
No.
Yeah.
Or
But
there was a small trail that started at around some bushes on the roof, and it seems like he walked over.
yeah.
But there isn't like a trail that will lead off the roof.
So I passed that on to them. I'll point to patches of blood, like walk over and do it, but not like I don't know, TV detective-ish. Like I'm just kind of. I got my right arm like holding my left elbow. I'm still like distraught, and I kind of just half-ass point to like blood spots by the bushes and whatnot.
All right. Well, let's get everyone together. He's talking to Safra, and let's get everyone together, and let's figure out what everyone. Let's kind of set up. Uh, Set up. Ask everyone what they heard, what they saw, what they're doing last night. And Safra says, "So you want me to gather all of the children, everything as well?" That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I think it's time that we all have a more active involvement in trying to figure this out. He looks over at Megumi and Karu and he says, "Don't you agree?"
Yeah. We need to figure this out to avoid any more casualties. Any other problems? That would be great.
All right, well, I'll stay up here. See if there's anything I can find out. Go, you three, if you could, go gather everyone and have them meet up in the auditorium.
All right. I will go to the. I'll go to the floor just below us, the 20th, and get Lucilia and Vera, and then I guess go get um Megumi. Could you get Sora? No, actually, I'll get Sora. That would
Oh
probably
yeah, I
be
was about to stare
Hmm.
daggers at you for that, but yeah.
Well, because it's like, man, I've already talked to him once. He won't like that. But then again, like he despises Megumi at the moment, or so he thinks. So I think it would be better if I went, even though the turnout still isn't gonna be that great.
I'm also not like strong on the charm department at this moment.
Mhm.
It's not.
All right, I move
Red
forward with that.
eyes.
Oh, okay. He nods at you and he looks at that. Gustav looks at Safra and he says, "Go check on Judas." Just nods. And she starts walking off towards the elevator. Megumi, what are you gonna?
That's the funny thing is I have no idea because I'm distraught and other people are, taking actions. I'm kind of just alone. The teachers are all up here though, right?
Judas left.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, fucking Tweedledum. Uh, do I stalk teachers? We all need to get together and finish this, but we split apart just now.
Um, Gustav looks at you, Megumi, and he says, "Why don't you go get the others?"
You want me to round everyone up?
He nods.
Don't we have like
And
some kind of like school announcement system we could use?
Not on my... Not on my person.
Keys to your office. I extend a hand.
Let's see here. That's definitely gonna be a roll.
All right.
Let's see. Do you have any persuasion?
Just no. Well, it's mostly like intimidation and seduction, and I don't feel like doing either.
You're
Just
not
soul.
going to intimidate him? Alright.
Well, wait, yeah. You know what? Yeah. Look, I need the keys because I'm not gonna run around like a chicken with my head cut off to find everyone when I could just get into your damn office and just announce it that we need to meet in the classroom or some garbage.
Alright, go ahead and roll that for me. You have to beat... Oh, you beat it! You beat it!
I mean, I also had a good point.
He... He blinked, he stops, and he... Second. And then... Very well. That's not a bad idea. He reaches into his pockets and he pulls out his he pulls out a key and he says top floor of the staff building.
Fine. I take the keys, kind of like a, the quick angry grab while turning around.
And he basically says it's the big button that says intercom. Tells you which button it is.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So you now have a key to the top floor of the main building.
I mean, yes, I better go do what was asked of me.
Nothing bad could come of this.
Nothing bad can come of this. Okay, yes. So let's cut to you, Akiho. What's going on with you? You're sitting around with Isabella. Where exactly are you?
Let's stay in the main lobby downstairs.
Okay. Well, whenever you get down there, you actually see Lawrence sitting in a chair. He's just staring at a wall, pretty much.
And I guess there's just awkward silence while he stares at the wall and.
Yeah, he
Isabella
doesn't
and I
even.
draw.
He doesn't even really seem to acknowledge that you guys are there. Just staring at a wall or staring out the window. Let's say staring out the window. Just in silence.
Cool. I'll let him do him, I guess. While I just hang out with Isabella.
Okay. Okay. We will come back to you in a second. Let's go back to Karu. You are on the 20th floor. You
Yes.
are, I assume you are going to
Lucia Vera.
Sarah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So, yeah, you go and knock on their door. Farah opens it up as usual and says, "Good morning, Karu. Can we help you?"
Morning. Yes, the teachers are having everyone come to the auditorium.
Has something happened? You hear from Lucilia.
Yes.
Well, what's happened?
It's about Max.
What about Max?
Is no longer with us.
You mean he's dead?
Yes. Pretty sure that's what I said.
You can see over Vera's shoulder a little bit into the room, and you see Lucilia look at you, and you see her give you a big sigh, and there's kind of an "I told you" face as she was reading something, and you see her just kind of close the book and stand up, and just says, "Very well then, Vera, let's get ready to go to the auditorium." And
I will guess see you all down there.
Vera or Celia. No, Vera looked at you. This is why Lucia has felt the need for urgency.
I understand.
We'll see you tomorrow.
I will head down to meet to go get Sora, I guess.
Okay. We will now cut back to you, Akiho. Megumi, you arrive in lobby. Akiho, drawing. Ella drawing. Just sitting in his chair. Out at out outside. Go ahead and Akiho and Megumi, like you can.
Because I was gonna ask him as well as everybody. Click. I said click there.
Okay, Akiho. Okay, Megumi. Yeah, he's kind of he's very very pale. Akiho, you notice he hasn't blinked much. And he's kind of been rocking back and forth, uh, ever so, uh, ever so subtly.
Okay.
Well, I was gonna call everybody to the lobby, but I don't think he's gonna go anywhere. Hey, you two, like ignoring Lawrence. I need help making an announcement to call everybody into the lobby.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
holding a key, and I'm, you know, even though I was like crying earlier, I kind of just try and smile like slyly.
Okay, yeah.
You think he'll be
Uh,
fine right here? I say like this within his earshot.
he he hasn't moved. I think he'll stay there. Come on, Isabella.
So when you start talking about him directly within his earshot, he kind of turns and he says, "Hmm, are you talking to me?"
Oh, there's we're about to make an announcement. And I look to Megami here.
Yeah, we're gonna call everybody to the lobby. Make sure everybody shows up, okay?
Okay.
So let's go.
You just hear him kind of sigh, like, and then just sink into the chair, and just hang it. You see his head kind of just hang, and as he just stares at his knees. Um. Okay. Akiho and Megumi, and I guess Isabella.
Yep. I'm not leaving her alone.
What are you?
We were off to the announcement room.
Okay.
I guess it would be in some main office.
Yeah, it
Yep.
is. You have the key to the top floor of the main building, so you can kind of assume where it is.
Okay.
Alright.
We will do a quick cut to Karu. You are now in. You're near on Sora's floor.
Alright, I'll once again knock on Sora's door.
Yes, who is it?
Hey, it's Karu. The teachers are calling everyone to the auditorium.
Why?
I assume it has something to do with the situation. The roof?
All right, I'll be there.
Doesn't sound like he's moving around.
And then
Yeah,
silence.
he's actually opening the door now.
So I guess I'll see. Oh, okay, you're already here.
Well, let's go.
Oh, let's go.
And he starts walking towards the elevator. Give me a soul roll.
He's filled with determination.
Oh man.
Okay. Soul, you said?
Yes.
Okay. It's awful.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah. He's being kind of rude, but you know.
Why are you being rude? Why are you being rude?
But he almost like shoulder checks you as he just starts walking towards the elevator.
Uh, I'll walk towards the elevator, I guess.
All right. So, are you two heading directly to the auditorium?
I guess we'll have to go to the lobby first, so we'll pass through that.
Okay.
Get ourselves a snack.
So, yeah. So, you cutting back to Akiho and Megumi, Phila, you guys are going, I assume.
Yep.
Okay.
That is the plan.
Get you punch the top floor to the, and when you get up there, basically, what you get there, it seems to just be like, I don't know, library or space. Papers everywhere, tables and books. There is a little room in the seems to be get off the pretty relatively open room stuff. It books and supplies. But in the back there.
Hmm.
So you head towards the doors, you look at the books. Or...
I'll glance at the books.
I'll go towards the door.
Okay, Akiho, give me a...
Through cultist books.
Well, there seems to be various books on various things. Is there anything you're looking for?
No, just kind of glancing at what's around, seeing if anything catches my eye as I walk past.
Dark
Uh,
rituals.
you do see like folders. There's like 90, 19. There's one for your...
The classes.
And you also see like a filing cabinet. Do a quick glance. Filing cabinet. It's just like... Apparently there's 30 pounds island. You know, just things like that. Beef jerky.
Okay.
For electric. Ever paying the electric bill for the place has them. But yeah, other than like, you do see like see some books about it, like world history books, self improvement. There's a section martial arts and fun. So it's like school stuff, how to kill people, steps.
Okay.
It's actually behind like a reception desk, and it a few.
Use it.
I think Akiho would be a little tempted to just peruse the binder for the students of this year.
For the students of... Okay.
Or is the year labeled for this year? I assume it's about the students of this year.
Yeah, okay. So you go and look at... Yeah, it seems... Open it up and it... see the, like, table of contents has a list of all of your... Look at anyone...
I'd probably walk as I read through it and start heading towards the back door with Megumi, but I would start by looking at myself probably.
Okay. Oh, by the way, you do some coloring books.
Motherfuckers. That's where
I
they've
will
been holding
grab
them.
one.
Okay.
This is for Isabella, thank you.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and let's go to...
Okay.
Oh, him?
Yes, him. Okay, so you flip open the little binder. It seems to be just like typed up paper and stuff. Oh yeah, there's printers in.
Okay. Yeah.
Um, so you flip to yourself, and there's a picture of you, like a school picture, and basically what it has your name, has your address, it has your birth, right? Just like basic stuff about you, and then at the bottom it has like a file.
I do.
Okay, so it says um so it basically says um Akiho Saito has your age, lives with her adopted father, relatively uneventful. All indications to point her IQ. Oh, grade A, grade A student. All of her. Um, noti- notably struggles realizing other people who are not strong attachment. Her powers seem at will. Her father is and no.
Shit. Has information on Papa. That. So, do I know the puppeteer is that his murder nickname, or is that
Go ahead and
his?
go ahead and give me a mind roll. Okay, so what you know about this, Papa doesn't call himself the puppeteer, but what you understand is that's kind of just a nickname that he has because you don't know the exact details, but you know that he is famous in you know not you know he is the leader of it, or if not the leader of a very important organization. Doesn't really talk about it much. He comes home, spends all,
Right.
but you have heard some people call him, so you know that he.
Okay. All right. Just wanted to
You
make sure that wasn't like a uh uh like a reference to his side gig.
yeah his um now is doesn't but from this you that he must be well known in special like special world now that you special people. about each other, he
Yeah.
must be known by famous in some sort of.
Right. Okay. Um. Okay. So that's cool. I know what they know about me now. I'm curious to look at the other students though.
Okay, are you going to do this now? You
I
have
don't think so. I don't
it.
think I have time, but I
Yeah,
might be able to.
give me a D.
Just a D10. Okay. Wait, I want to check one thing. Do I have?
Or actually, give me a D4 roll.
Oh, okay, I have eidetic memory, so I think I want to glance at the pages to try to memorize them and then read them in my mind later, kind of thing.
Edict memory? Okay. See exactly of.
Yeah, I don't remember. Let me double check that.
Oh yeah, you have. Okay, so it's just a few. So what I will do is I will let you roll that with the mind stat. Change the relevant stat from A to mind. And I will let you roll that. And we'll see exactly what you can flipping through the pages. Also roll me.
All right, so I'll roll this and then just a D4.
Oh
Fuck.
dang. Okay. Okay. Okay, so you had time to look at your thoroughly. The other ones, what I will say with an 18 really good is I will say that you can glance through about half of and be able to recall them.
Okay.
And they will be in alphabetical. So it would go you, uh, you, uh, Lawrence, and they'll say Bella, and but you get Chiho, Leon, Lucilia, Lawrence.
All right, sorry, I'm writing this down in the death notes. So I got myself.
Lawrence, Lucilia, Leon. Oh, it also says by all accounts she despite her social her apparent she seems to be a relative very intelligent.
Okay. All right, yeah, I got that. Let's see. All right, I have that added to.
Despite her.
Okay. All right, I have that memorized, and after we do the announcement and start walking back out, I'm gonna place it back in its spot.
Not going to do anything to it.
Uh, like what?
Like, like rip out your section, or give me a mind roll and things that you might be able to do.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Some quick things that you think you might be able to do. Might be able to smudge some of the ink. Like if you lick your finger and rub it down real hard, maybe always rip the page out. That you can rip that one section out. There are pens and pencils that like mark it out, or you think that maybe something. There are typewriters around. Maybe you take this paper and retype it up, but there there are all sorts of things I think to do with
I'd probably
this.
try to. I might just try to smudge it real fast because I don't think Akio has any artistic ability. So the smudge or the typewriter might be the best options for them real fast.
Okay.
Smudging might be easier.
Okay. For that, we'll see how you do. You don't have any sleight of hand. Uh, kind of.
No, I have silent movement and bird.
You know what? You know what? Hmm. You do have sleight of hand.
It's at level 0. I was considering getting it,
Okay.
but I can't level it up.
Let's see here.
Oh right, yeah, burglary and stealth are also at 0.
You
Those are all things I was considering getting, but I haven't invested.
just
the
give
points
me a
yet.
straight body roll. Uh, let's see. So it's not a perfect smudge. You think you can, if someone spent some time with it, there's a lot. There'd be a lot to smudge out, I'm sure, if you wanted to. You can get like a word or two that you want to switch.
Probably my connection to my father. I think with my character's obsession with Papa,
So
they
he'd
might want to.
you're going to what? Smudge out the word puppeteer or what?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so yeah, you can smudge out all of the words puppeteer.
Okay.
Okay, we will go. You can place it back on the shelf or hold on to it.
I'll place it back on the shelf because I don't want them to know it's missing or that anyone had looked at it.
Or
Exactly.
okay, we can go back to game one.
All right.
All my magic cards and everything.
Okay, so
I turn and look at Akiho's crumpled body on the floor.
yeah,
That's
so you see that, but no, what you can do is go ahead and give me a soul roll, Megumi.
10. God damn, I'm consistent
10.
tens.
Okay. You notice that Akiho actually
Ow,
isn't
ow, ow.
following behind you. And you turn around,
Mhm.
and you see her, see Akiho, um, basically, with her finger, dragging her finger across, some books. It looks like one of the books in particular took her interest. But it seems like she put one back on the shelf, but she is holding a coloring book.
Okay. Nothing suspicious about that. Just touching a book and grabbing a coloring book so you can take care of Isabella. I guess he's got to distract her while we kind of do our thing.
Yeah, Akiho, what are you doing after you put the folders back on the shelf? After,
I
just taking a quick glance through it.
I start following after Megami to catch up.
Okay.
All right. I'll open the that door. Does the key work on it?
Yeah, the key works on it.
Perfect.
Whenever you open the door, what you see is basically it looks like a radio room that you would see uh not exactly like on a military base, right? But like it's got like 3 or 4 radios, right? It's got like a little weather forecast station or something. I guess it's kind of something
Like
you'd
a
see like on a,
small aircraft tower.
yeah, like kind of like a small little aircraft tower. Like it has like weather, uh, re- weather on it. Uh, it's it doesn't have radar per se around the island, but it does
Mhm.
kind of have like a map in there, um, and like some like a schedule for all of the like various scheduled boats, like shipping boats and like cruise ships and stuff that would be coming near
Mhm.
the island, like their projected times that they'd be coming, uh, within radio range.
Mhm.
Um, it's got like a map, or actually, give me a mind roll.
To
Megami.
notice what exactly it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
There.
You're not. You can't say exactly this is what this is, but there's a map and there's like a list of names and times on it, um, and like times and dates, and there are just like there's like 3 radios, 3 different radios. That there's a small screen, um, that seems to be working, that seems to be turned on, and it seems like a you can definitely tell that it's for weather, or at least it looks like the weather, what you're used to seeing the weather
Mhm.
broadcasts look like, Doppler radar kind of thing. Um, but
Okay.
you do remember the description that Gustav gave you. He's like, it's the small radio on the right.
Hmm. Look at that. It looks like I can't figure out exactly which one I need to use. Uh, yeah, even though I know exactly what it is. I think it even says intercom,
It
doesn't
says
it?
intercom on it.
Yeah. Can't be intercom. That one's too simple.
uh,
Uh, why don't you just take a look around, see what you can find. I'll work on this. I put my hand to my chin, tapping my foot.
Okay. Aki, you step into the room and it looks like a radio room, like I don't know, movies you've seen of like battleship movie, like a control radio, light tower from.
mhm. um,
You can give me a.
I will.
Okay, yeah, with a 17, you definitely have pretty solid idea of what the map. So, you see on the map, there's like lines drawn, and they're all labeled numbers. Look at the number, and you cite it. Numbers seem to correlate You can tell that it's some kind of labeling system. Think it's ships, and they're labeled with like F, like like that. The majority of them have the label F,
Mhm.
F-83. Whole list with like dates, and there are uh, there are numbers by R in 101.60A. It's just F or A, and you think those.
Okay. Um, do I notice Can I see like the next date the next expected ship would be?
Yeah. So the next expected ship, um, seems to an F. F. Let's see. F-537. Um, it is expected somewhere in the next 4 days. Should should stay in about
So 4 days out, you said, is when
yeah.
it'll be by. Okay. And then what does the F stand for again with the ships? I'm sorry.
Um, let's see. Give me another mind. Uh, what you can guess that there's uh there's four. There's four. There's F, P, C, and N. Only thing you can think of if these are ships, F probably means like 8 something.
Okay.
Uh, C probably means like cruise or carrier. E passenger, something like that. One of those. M, the only thing you can think, and you only see like
Okay. All right. Yeah, military. Okay. So 4 days out for the next freighter, though. Okay. I wonder if we could even get on a freighter. I bet if we said we were stranded on an island with a murderer, they'd let us on. Uh, okay. Anything else of note besides just the charts, like for
um
passing stuff and the intercom? That's probably
there
too simple for an intercom.
uh it seems like there's an approaching weather storm. Approaching day or two.
What's the projected length of the storm?
It doesn't give you that. It's just the weather radar.
Okay.
Just see a lot of like
Gotcha.
lot of like clouds.
Yeah, so I just see it heading our way, but that's it. Okay. I I guess I'll just kind of shrug at this point and look at Isabella and be like, "Hey, this place is kind of cool, huh?"
He looks like a sci.
Right? We're like in a military intelligence center or something.
Oh, and there's just one that there's some other screens, right? That have like various other.
Are there any sticky notes pasted around that say like password on it? Okay.
Um,
I'm just making sure that, like Cratch wasn't one of those
the
people that like
the
post their login
that
information on
there
a sticky.
actually is a post-it
Oh my
uh,
god.
ne- next to the next to it says Judas, do not let Judas talk to M.
Do not let Judas talk to M. Okay. Wonder what that means.
Or don't let back to him.
Interesting. Okay. I'm gonna have to ask about that. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna look over at Megami. I wonder who M is.
Quende is still there. Quende.
Yes, sorry.
Okay.
I'm fading. I didn't know my name was cleared or said.
So I found a sticky note that says, "Don't let." Was it
Don't-
Gustav?
Yeah, don't let Judas
Oh, Judas.
contact M.
So
Seems
after I see that sticky note, I look at you and I was like, I wonder who M is.
M. Whoever this M is, probably very important. Does any of the radios have M?
No, but there is one.
Well, there you go. That's M. Do you know anything about the ship's manifesto? I say, hmm.
Can I find any information about that M ship?
Well, no, really.
Just it's it.
It's just on the list.
This could come in handy then. I'll just pocket the note,
Okay.
and I'll just like when we have it ready together, I'll bring it up. As for the intercom, I guess it's this one marked intercom.
I
Heh,
guess so.
go figure.
Oh,
So I'll go
and
ahead.
it is M52.
Oh, oh, the ship. On the ship manifest or on the note. Okay.
On the ship.
Okay. M52. But so I hit the button and is this thing on? Oh, I do my best like clear throat. Will all students please report to the lobby for an emergency meeting? All students please report to lobby for emergency meeting. Thank you. And then like Is there a way to like undo it? Was there a red light that came on or some shit telling you you're transmitting?
There was a button, and you press down the button, and it like a
Okay.
button. It.
Ah, perfect.
Wait, were we supposed to meet at the lobby or the auditorium?
Oh, well, I said the lobby, and then we could all walk over there. I said the lobby,
Oh,
so
okay.
we
That
Lawrence would be there.
Yeah. Okay. Makes sense.
Anything else of like anything that looks neat here in this room,
I'm trying to.
like a pen or something,
Just a really cool looking pen.
or a paperweight.
You know what? There is one thing that looks. It's one of those like little.
Oh,
It's kind of just sitting on top of the monitor.
oh,
It's like a full little like.
I can't steal that. It won't really fit in a pocket. I'm just gonna open it,
It's a small one. I mean,
and
it's the size of like a beer bottle. Like
I'll take it.
not a beer bottle, like a pretty big like yes, vodka.
Oh,
One that's
uh,
like not like the size of your forearm, right?
yeah. Well, yeah, I can't take that. I'll just grab a pen, even if it's a shitty pen. Just pocket it.
The library is full.
Now I have one.
There is a dry erase manifest. You can take that.
No, I'll just write M, like in a corner. There you go.
Um, but just like erase.
Yeah, why not? But
Okay.
it'll be smeared looking, so you know.
Okay. Uh, you know what? Um, yeah,
But
no.
wait, something occurs to me too. Like as we start to like leave the room because mission accomplished. Hey, these radios. Do you think they go to anybody in particular?
I don't know. Are there any obvious markings on them?
Uh, obvious markings? No. Uh,
I'm going to grab like a regular mic on one and see if it's powered on, and just like hit it.
there is an on and off.
Okay,
Clearly
I
says.
will turn it on.
Okay. You turn it on and you hear the classic like, then just like static, just.
I'll grab the mic and I know how to use a mic, just to hold it down, but it's like uh red leader, this is Stingray. Come in, red leader. Or come in, Stingray.
Isabella just kind of tugs at Jackie. Talking to. You just hear.
Nothing.
I
The
think
Germans
yourself.
the Germans are overrunning our position. We need reinforcements. Anything?
Oh.
Okay. I was worth a shot, and I just put it back on the hook and go and turn it off.
Yeah. Doesn't seem to be anything there.
Ugh.
Okay. Well, we now have two options. Session here.
I'm down for either, but how do you feel, Daniel?
I mean, depending on like how far along we can move, we could finish. Unless it might take like I don't know. I could maybe last another hour.
Uh,
Are we close to something big, large, huge?
I mean, possibly. I don't know. It. Oh shoot! I've had this pause for the last minute. Okay, yeah. So, quick summary is Karu and Sora are now in the lobby. They heard the announcement that you're supposed to meet in the lobby, and now they're talking to Lawrence. Lawrence just says, guess we're want to gather everyone together to tell us about Max, I guess. And it's not too long after that Gustav comes down. Followed. Well, no, they'll get there last. But Lucilia and Vera do come down as well. And is there anything that Akiho and Megumi and Isabella want to do on the way over? You are in the main building, so you know that what's in the main building is there's the medical building, there's the classroom, there's the cafeteria, and there appears to be that library. There's a few more floors you haven't explored, but you imagine that probably something with a purpose.
Oh, by the way, when we left the room, I left it unlocked. Is that possible? Or is it one of those auto-locking doors?
Let's go ahead and let's just roll for that. High or low?
Low.
Okay.
Pretty low,
it,
I
Oh.
would say.
It can. Which do you want it to be? You want it to be one open?
Yeah. Well, I guess you know what? It doesn't matter because if it's the other way, then I'll put like a piece of cardboard so it's not completely closed.
Okay. Well, with that roll, we'll say that it is one.
All right, I'll do that. I have nothing else. That was just a big thing. Waha.
Okay.
Wahaha.
Does Isabella want to do something?
He wants to grab some.
Were there any in there?
Yes. There's a
I
whole
hand them
like
to her.
little. There's a whole little like office section, like a like drawer. There's like a drawer full of crayons.
I absolutely grab some and hand them to her.
Isabella will remember.
I also hand her the coloring book. I'm like, here you go.
What kind of coloring book?
Let's say fantasy creatures of all kinds.
Okay.
So there may be dragons, but there's also like unicorns, things like that, and
Okay.
fairies.
Okay, a fantasy coloring book. Okay. She looks up at you and she says, "I don't want to take your book."
I got that for you. It's a gift.
Okay.
I give her a little thumbs up, but then I'm like, but we gotta keep quiet about it.
Okay. And she kind of like hugs it to her chest with the crayons and color pencil. Follows by.
Awesome.
Megami, do you interact with Isabella in any way?
No,
Okay.
she's being managed.
Okay. Well, you two join the lobby. Like everyone's Eric's, Safra and Judas.
I made the announcement. Where's everyone? It's just a simple set of instructions. I say frustrated.
So yeah, you're all in the lobby. Megami says that.
No, it would be inappropriate to laugh, so I just stay quiet.
Okay. Judas starts to talk. Starts to say after like 3 or 4. Well, guess we'll start without them. And it's about that time that Safra walks down the stairs. He says, Judas, sorry, Judas, be here. He's not feeling well.
Okay.
Gustav steps up and well, since we're all gathered here, there's reason for auditorium. As all of you are surely now aware of what has happened, I've called everyone here together to discuss this. Go through everyone's what everyone was doing last night and have everyone discuss uh, perhaps discuss if they heard anything strange or anything like that. Uh, so, if we would, uh, so what I would like to have happen is, uh, each of you will one by one uh, come and have a quick discussion with me and Safra. Uh, we'll step outside real fast. We'll have a quick discussion. Uh, so, uh, I suppose let's begin with. Would anyone like to volunteer?
Talk one by one.
Yes, to find to discuss what everyone was doing last night.
I mean, why wouldn't we just ask here?
because this is the way I would like to have it done.
Okay. Well, I guess that works. Who's M? I say kind of, and I pull out the sticky note. Why can't he be contacted?
He says, "May I see that?"
Yeah, hold on. I grab it. I was like, see, look, this is a sticky note, everybody. It has the words, what's it? Make sure, what was it? Make sure Judas doesn't contact M.
Yeah, for any reason.
Yeah, for any reason. Yeah, that's just what it says. Here you go. I kind of like burn it and like show it to everybody.
Did Gustav looks at Safra, and Safra just kind of, or Judas just kind of sighs and puts his hand on his forehead, shakes his, and he says, "Did you take that from the radio room?"
The room with the radios where I made the announcement. That radio room? Yes. Did he call M? Maybe that's why he's not feeling well.
No. M is the designation that we use to indicate a passing military ship. Judas last time thought it would be funny to start quoting Saving Private Ryan to the last passing military ship, and we thought it would be in everyone's best interest if he didn't make an ass of himself. That is all that means.
Is he lying to me?
Go ahead and give me a soul roll.
Insight check.
And if you have anything to detect lies, then
I guess I don't know how I clicked that twice. I gotta do something with this mouse.
I mean,
14.
the first one is yours, so.
Yeah.
yeah. By the way that he seems just like generally perturbed and annoyed, you don't think he's lying. He seems to be generally annoyed that happened.
I'm disappointed. This was nothing. Okay. Tweedledum is really lame. I just mutter.
Judas.
Or Crutcher Judas now.
No, that's Gustav saying Judas is can definitely be immature at times. We don't let him the radio room much anymore after that prank. Are there any other pressing questions? And you can see Saffir kind of shaking her head, but she just has like a small little smirk. Just like something that you when you hear of like a child doing something really good, right? And you know you should like school, right? But you actually hide it. Megumi, that kind of. So, Gustav asks, are there any other immediate questions, or can we go ahead and start this?
I just quietly look around at everyone.
Sora just says, I don't think so, but I will volunteer to go first. Stop him. Also volunteer. Gustav and Safra kind of nod and say, "All right, step outside with us for a second." They step out. About 30 seconds or a minute goes by. And Sora walks in. And Safra says, all right. Anyone else like to volunteer?" He looks around for a second.
I'll go.
Okay. Go to game 2 real fast.
Okay.
All right. Gustav and Safra are. You step out just outside onto the patio of the lobby, and Jesus just says, "Oh, all right, Karu. Did you see or hear anything strange happening last night? Was there anything strange that went on? Anything that you can possibly think of, or did you hear anything, see anything, Max acting else odd
Talking about middle of the night last night? No.
last night? Anytime last night? Anytime days?"
Anytime last night, last few days. Well, there has been a strange incident with Lawrence that we found out about. Something about him having gone out in the middle of the night and potentially forcing his birds to slam themselves into the ground. I don't know if we've already discussed this or not. I don't think we had.
Thank you. He looks at you and says, "And you didn't feel the need to bring this to any of our attention?"
This happened just last night. Or well, I think it was yesterday. Yes, it was yet middle. It was like evening.
And you did.
You were all really busy, so I wasn't able to.
Can you give us the details?
So, from what, so Lawrence had been discussing the last few days about how he couldn't contact any of his friends, which we know has birds. He's able to talk to them. So he had gotten worried because he hadn't heard from any of them. So we had decided to go to the beach, maybe find a seagull or something. Made sure. At first, we were worried that the guy in the bunker had done something to cause him to possibly lose his abilities. But then we found that, there was a pile of dead birds just in the woods, and Kara will point over to the area that they'd found him at. The birds over there. When we did some looking around, Megumi believed that there was someone else there, but she couldn't tell any features like how big they were necessarily, or who exactly fit the description of the information she could gather from the prints and stuff over there. So we know that there may have been definitely someone else involved with it, but we just have no idea what. The only other strange thing, I guess, I think that's pretty much it. Um,
Okay, thank you, Karu. Safra, uh, uh, Safra says, "Thank you, Karu. Thank you for telling us." And Gustav just says, "I know I was in bed until morning, but I would have really thought you would thought it prudent to tell one of you about this soon. But please, if something like this happens, uh, please come to one of us immediately. But thank you for telling us. Um, one more thing. When was the last time that you spoke with Max? And did he seem out of sorts in any?"
I guess technically the last time I was with him was last night. I guess me, Max, Sora, and Megumi were. Oh, wait, no, hold on. Sora wasn't there. Akiho was there. Akiho, Max, Megumi, and myself were talking in front of Megumi's room in the hallway there.
All right, and around when was this?
It was after we found out about the birds, so it would have been later in the evening. Around just after dusk, I want to say.
Thank you, Karu. That's all.
Okay.
We can go back to game 2 or game 1.
Alright. One.
Yeah,
Okay.
Mouse is still doing the
So
double
if
manipulation.
no one else volunteers, they basically start calling people through. They call Isabella. They call Lawrence. Uh, they call Lucilia, and Vera follows, but Safra stops Vera uh, and says, "I'd really like to speak with you time." And Lucilia actually gets kind of stops and gets kind of uppity. He says, "I can guarantee you that anywhere that I have been, she has been with me. That there's nothing that she could tell you about our day that I could not." Lucilia just kind of caves and sighs, and then Lucia and Vera walk out there together. It doesn't last long. It's actually rather short, shorter than the other see her just you see her um just shake her head no a few times, and then you see her talk once or twice if you guys are watching them talk from the windows, and then her and Vera just walk back inside, and then you see Gustav just kind of like uh you know run his fingers through his hair like, "Oh boy," kind of. And then we will go with Megumi next.
Okay.
They call you out there.
Meh.
Go to game 2 real fast.
I groan. I groan. Roll my eyes. Alright. Game 2. Click once, you whore.
Okay, so you get out
There.
there, and Gustav says, "Okay, there anything that you've noticed been strange over the last day or two leading up to what happened? Thing you want to tell us? Think might be important?"
I'm kind of like at a loss for words just because it's like I don't know how many times I have to just well, if we were I don't know, had better supervision or something, then maybe stuff would suspicious wouldn't be happening. But fine. What did I see? Other than Miss Detective running around like crazy I was like crazy great mindfuck detective bitch running around mentally torturing
Who,
others.
who are you talking to? Who are you?
Lucilia, the one who's
Celia.
never around with the group and has Vera with her on the side, and who's
What?
capable of doing this terrible
Hold,
illusions that just can destroy your like mind and upset you.
hold on. What has Lucilia been?
Well, I guess I'm the first one, but she's doing these scenarios where she tries to draw out the truth out of us, and there's illusions and everything going on. I don't know how her stuff works because we haven't worked together at all.
Then this happened when?
Uh, I guess it would have been still yesterday, correct? Yeah, yesterday.
Or yeah, yes. And she's doing this how?
Lucilia's got mind reading powers, but Vera's true power is illusion magic, or whatever the hell you would call that.
Uh, Saphra and Judas look at each other and they say, no, I mean, how is she? How are they? I guess conducting the investigation. I should say.
I don't know. They're just I don't know. In my case, I was brought up. You could ask Karu, but in my case, I was like separated and brought upstairs to talk, and then I had to deal with it. So maybe it's one by one,
Wait,
like this.
Karu's also involved in this?
Sweet little Karu is apparently like beholden to crazy detective, like great detective crazy bitch. He didn't like it, but he still did it because he's an honorable idiot.
Neither she nor Karu mentioned about this. We'll have to have that with them. Okay. Well, thank you for telling us about that. Is there anything else you'd like to think strange?
I don't think there was anything. Oh, before that. No. I'll mention about the when we were all together and I tried to go into was it Lawrence's mind and talk about the birds.
Okay. They nod and they say, um, you said that you
Saw someone. You
saw
remember
someone.
that? Yes.
Can you
Observing.
can you tell us about that? Where were they? Who were they?
I don't have details. They went into the jungle area, and I'm not a tracker.
But you're definitive that it was a person. It wasn't like just
An entity or something? I don't know. I couldn't
what
define
it
exactly.
couldn't have been an animal, a
No,
monkey,
it
or
it was
or
bipedal and Homo sapient looking, not Homo erectus or anything.
okay. Okay. One final question. When was the last time that you had spoken with Max? When was the last time you saw him? How was he acting?
What wasn't it that it was that same day he let me go in his mind as well. He was just cooperative from what I saw. I didn't expect him to walk up to the roof and apparently like claw himself to death.
Okay. So,
And I mentioned like trying to go like play to see what happened and play out the events where he attacked Lucilia.
okay.
I don't mention the penis.
Okay. The most important part, and you don't.
Yes, part. No.
Do you give them a rundown of what you found at Max's thing?
Yeah, the bushes and the blood and everything, but like how he bit his tongue and how it seemed to be trying to fight whatever this was.
Or
I think.
he seemed to be very frightened.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, that they they say thank you. We appreciate. Go back in now.
All right, so I'll go in.
Okay. Let us go back to him. All right, and now let us go to Akiho.
All right.
Okay. So you get out there and of well, Akiho, we just want to ask a few questions. Last few days, did you have you seen any or heard any strange thing?
Uh, did uh, hold on, out of character, real fast.
Okay.
Did they, t- I guess Megumi or Lawrence, tell us about the shadowy figure on the edge of the campus?
They did, I think. Yeah, they
They
did.
did?
Megumi
Okay.
definitely did.
All right, I'll mention the shadowy figure. Well, when we went to the beach, there was evidence that someone was spying on us from just inside or just outside the forest edge. That and I don't
Did
know
you
exactly what caused it, but it just the things with the animals.
Dude, that's all. There was no strange. Tell us.
Uh, I'm I can't think of anything else. Just the way the animals were acting. I mean, it seems like something was wrong with Lawrence, and I don't know what. But them and that shadowy figure.
Okay. And one more question, Akiho. What was the? When was the last time you saw Mac? You saw him. Was he acting strange?
The last time I saw Max was what? Out of character. Was it the other day when I was assessing his ear in the medical area?
You have edict memory, so I will tell you that it was when the last time you saw him. Sora, you forced Sora to go. Went Megumi. He was there with you.
Right. That's right. Okay. Well, the last time I saw him was when Max, Sora, and I confronted Karo because of what he did to Megami
What-
and their
and
fight.
and oh, how was he acting then?
He seemed to be, I guess, a little depressed. I think he had a crush on Megami, but uh, the three of us were at that time supporting Karo and trying to help him repair his relationship with Megami.
Didn't speak with him afterwards. Didn't see him.
No, we
he
all
just,
separated after that, and I haven't really been close with him personally.
Okay. Thank you. That's
Yeah, you're welcome.
okay. Let's go back to game.
All right.
Oh, I have to take the physically strong one first.
Yeah.
Done.
Okay, so firing. Well, Gustav and Saffron come back in. Um, he comes in, says, "Well, everyone, uh, it seems that there has been a lot going on in the background that we haven't been informed of, and this this deeply disappoints me, to be honest. I would have liked if everyone would have came to us with um their plans sooner, but that can't be helped now. So I would I would appreciate it if all of us would work together from now on to help solve this instead of keeping things from each other and trying to do things our own way. Uh from uh from what I tell now, or I'm beginning to beginning to develop general a general play-by-play of what's happened over the last few days. And I have to be honest, it honestly is a bit shocking to me what has been going on. But before I go into that, I open up the floor to all of you. Is there anything everyone would like to share with each other so that we are all on the same page?
Vera has crazy illusion powers. I mean, just since we all want to be on the same page.
Vera just kind of raises her eyebrow at you. And Gustav just says, Vera, is this true? And Vera just says, not to my knowledge, no.
Well, whatever the mind fuck thing you did to me on that roof, you did.
She just stares at you blankly and blink. And then she just pauses for a second and sighs. Very well. I apologize, Meg, for my mind powers.
Yeah, I cross my arms and turn to the side. Yeah, whatever. Fine.
Gustav speaks up and he says, okay, is that before we go any further, Vera, can you extrapolate on the nature of these powers? Vera says, just says, she just says, am I required to? And Gustav just said, it is highly encouraged, yes. In just kind of a deep tone. Megumi, you in
Yeah.
particular can give me a soul roll.
Eh.
Eh. Uh, this would have been a higher difficulty. Higher difficulty. So what I will tell you is she seems kind of perturbed, speaking a bit slow. Being is perhaps. Says, yes, I can cause people to imagine as if they were in a waking.
That's pretty big.
Um, Gustav, Sora just says, why didn't you tell us this before? And Vera says, I've had no. Why did you didn't disclose upon us at our first meeting that you can hover above the ground? Is something still you need to share with
Hovering and fucking with someone's mind is not the same thing. I just had to put that out there.
Lucilia just whips in, says, I don't remember us ever being told that we have to tell everyone.
Well, that seems to be a failure of the staff educate and the education system that we're part of. Because I don't know, for the safety of myself and the rest of the student body, I would have loved to know that Vera can just make like nightmares or nightmare scenarios in your mind. Maybe ones that could even want and scare you so much that you just tear yourself apart.
Let's not jump to any immediate. Alright, if it would make everyone feel more comfortable, would everyone here like to disclose the nature of their powers to everyone hidden or otherwise. You notice that Lucilia kind of like has a pouting face. And she says, "Very well, if it'll make everyone feel better. As all of you can know, and as I have stated a dozen times, yes, I have the ability to reach inside people's minds and tell what they are thinking. How it works exactly, for all I know, I was born this way. For all I know, I have some brain tumor in my brain that makes it work. I don't know the specifics of it, but yes, I may at any time look into someone's mind. Is that sufficient? Does anyone have any questions?"
Yeah, yeah, I raise my hand being a smartass again. Like, yes, I do. Like, whose permission do you have to just fuck with people's minds? I guess you just work for your boss to do so. I think she needs some kind of permission slip program from the staff to use mind fuckery. What I could do is touch minds and maybe learn what they're saying for investigative purposes and whatnot, but I don't plant memories and scenarios that can break you down or leave you in a blissful stupor or other crazy nonsense that you could do with that.
That
Yours
a
is a legitimate threat.
Is that a fact? Well, I also don't have a nigh uncontrollable. I'm also don't have a nigh uncontrollable power that possesses me. That, in fact, can throw people into delirium and insanity. In case you don't remember.
Bitch. That's all I just say. That's my answer.
Saffras just kind of gives the like, "Oh no, no." Um. Okay. Gustav just says, "All right. Well, Vera, what is? Can you please explain your powers?" As I have said, I can craft illusion. Gustav just kind of crosses his arm and he says, "Honesty. We really need honesty, Vera." Vera, Lucilia says, "Why exactly are we being interrogated? What does the nature of our powers have any?" And Sora actually steps up and he says, "It could have everything to do with." Gustav just says, "Please, Vera, if you won't say, then I will." And Vera bites her lip and says, "As I have said, I can allow people to see things, and I can also um." She seems very uneager to say this, but she also says, "I can Make copies of my.
Like Kage no Bunshin?
I have no idea. But I have told you, and I do not feel the need further. Now you know. She seems highly, highly offended. You've actually never seen Vera this emotional. She looks almost cornered in a way, or slighted at least. Oh, you don't even need a full roll to see that. And Lucilia seems insulted for her. And Gustav just says, thank you for the honesty, Vera. That is all I wanted. Lucilia quips back with, maybe we should be asking you, how exactly do you know what our powers are? Gustav just kind of just says, that's... We investigate. There are some people whose powers it is sense other people with powers, and they send people out to confirm, and there's a very lengthy investigation process where we try to discover the nature of the powers. It's really not all that glamorous. A whole lot of investigation. So, you've been spying on us. Not spying exactly. More like detective work. And what right did you ever have to investigate us? Gustav just doesn't respond to that. Sora actually comes to his defense and he says, well, why does it even matter? What do you have to hide? And then Lucilia gets all quiet. Is there anything anyone would like to say?
Akio will just raise their hand. I can heal. And I have a sort of tranquilizing dart that can both weaken and numb.
Well, if you tranquilize them hard enough, wouldn't you kill too?
I've never tried.
But you could.
It's possible if I were to tranquilize them hard enough, then perhaps their heart would shut down. But I've never tried. And then after that, Akio just kind of goes quiet to look at the other students.
Kara will state that, of course, he has his blizzard aura or blizzard thing, and he'll grab his boken, and the boken will freeze over into a form of a katana, quite sharp. Can I make an attempt to stab through the ground with it? Stab it into the ground.
Yeah.
Stab into the ground with it, just to show how sharp it is,
Yeah, sure.
if I can. I
Go ahead.
don't see. Do I make an attack check on that, or what
Yeah,
we-
let's go ahead and
The ground
see.
dodges.
the ground?
The- I doubt the ground will dodge.
It is penetrating 3, piercing 3.
Okay, so yeah, you pretty much stab purple, and it pretty much goes through like butter, right?
Damn.
It goes all the way up to the hilt. Boken does, and as you do, you stab it into the ground, and it like it cracks a little bit, and through the cracks, it kind of like ices a little. The ice just kind of melts away.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I just leave the boken there for the moment.
Do any of you react to that?
I like recoil a bit.
Yeah,
Surprise.
that's
Unnerving as fuck.
actually kind of scary.
Kill you all with a single swing of this blade if I so desired this whole time.
To be fair, 3 people have died. I'm not in. Hikaru isn't exactly pleased right now.
Yeah.
Sora just said, well, I for one, as all of you know, I can manipulate to a very. I can use the wind all of different. I can use the wind to whirl around me as a sort of. And I can also create small vortexes as a sort of sickle. Sure, with time I can figure out other tricks. As for that's what I figured out. Oh, and I more or less feel it. What else is
Me. I have shadow powers to some extent, but more than anything, like I can turn into a swarm of shadows, and I could launch a shadow attack trap. But I am one with some dark spirit who I have full control over. He's more like a weak little nag who also supplements me with other shadow powers. I can also touch the minds and read surface thoughts of those whose shadow I touch. Doesn't have to be like your mind, or I don't have to put my hand over your head or anything. I just need to touch your shadow. That's it. So yeah,
Lucilia just said, you know, you.
because he's such a little bitch of an entity that lacks any real power unless he channels it through me.
You just hear her just. Then Gustav just says,
She turns and burns half a building down. I was kidding. That is what I do.
she. Oh, well, I can make fireworks.
She makes that fire work. That's what she does.
Is there anything else? Oh, uh, oh, yeah, there's one other thing. Really hard for me to catch on.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah, it's really, it's funny when people, it really scares them. Here, catch me on fire.
Uh,
Zafra, no, Isabella, we're not on fire. Just kind of looks down. And then Gustav says, "Don't catch yourself on fire either." And then you hear, "Oh." Then Gustav just kind of. Lawrence, your turn. Lawrence just. Oh no, I rolled. Yes, I thought it was just birds, but I don't know if I can control. Talk to them. Guess I can roll and read. I don't know. I've tried and it's really hard. Oh, yeah. That's all he. That's all is.
I mean, people are animals.
Um. Lu, Lu, says, All right, well, then I will tell you what we can do. As I know, I can shut other people's powers down. Uh, both both in quite a large area around myself, and I can shut down any special powers to a degree. I also seem rather and rather invulnerable to mind attacks of the mind. So I guess you could power to Saphra's power as power projecting shields around, both directed shields and more wide sense bubble. It can also uh, focus her. Saphra, would you care to explain? More or less, I manipulate my manipulate energy. I can also use it to cast a spell as well as minor effects. Not really useful. Gustav, not. As far as Judas, Judas can heighten his sense a degree where he can. The way he possible for a what that's like, but or if that's power per se, but he also has the power to inflict his blindness and has also body in a way and that is I hope that this is starting point. I'll be more. And with that, I think now would be a good time.
Okay.
Yeah.